injections, MDIs. I was doing MDIs for about 4 months before my previous endocrinologist put me on the pump. And it changed my life. Like, from the time I had first seen her, my A1C was sky high, like 7, almost 8 to 7, between 7 and 8. I wasn't sure of the range. I can't exactly remember it, but by the time we had gotten me on my previous pump, I had dropped down to 6.1 in just a month and a half of use. That, and I was a lot skinnier then. Due to, I'll also touch base on this too. I had my front teeth knocked out. I have a temporary bridge put in my mouth right now. I've had it for over a year. So in the coming weeks, I need to go back in and have one more tooth removed and finish off my bridge work so that I can have my permanent one in by the end of this year, I hope. I just haven't had a chance to do it because I'm also a full-time caregiver for a family member. And I'm also actively searching for a job. But I do what I can. I really, really do what I can because I'm a type 2 diabetic. I also have underlying health conditions that affect my type 2 diabetes. That, and I'm also high functioning autistic, which is a blessing and a curse for my family. They get the opportunity to see my world through, to see their world through a different pair of eyes, and how I go about day to day and how I do stuff. But it's also a curse because it makes it harder for me to get a job and to maintain a job. And it's frustrating because of how we are treated. And it took me, I'm sorry, I get emotional just even thinking about this. It took me 10 years to get my undergraduate degree. I went through 2 colleges. I flunked out of them. Well, I didn't flunk out of my community college. I actually applied for a transfer to another college in Maryland. Went there for about a year. Basically, they didn't do anything. They put me in compromising situations that were not good. And I decided to move down to Florida for 2 years to go to a little tiny college that was specifically for learning disabilities. And just in those 2 years alone, it changed my life. I love the people down there. They were great. Even though I was a handful between getting my teeth knocked out, falling down a flight of stairs. Yeah, I wouldn't advise that. And then just 2 weeks before graduation, I get the stomach flu. And I was also constantly flying back and forth from Maryland back to Florida because of my teeth being worked on by Johns Hopkins, and multiple doctor's appointments to get this done, which I still haven't finished. And still maintaining a 3.65 GPA for full 2 years, graduating with full honors last year, and maintaining a long-distance relationship for over a year and a half at that point. I've been with my boyfriend for 2 years. I was previously with him for about a year in high school. I actually dated him in high school. And we reconnected 2 years ago. I'll be 3 next year. And he is a non-combat veteran from the Marine Corps. The sweetest guy you have ever met. And so I try and fly out there once or twice a year, depending on my schedule, but I think what's going to happen next year is he's finishing up his undergraduate degree, which I'm really excited about. He's worked really hard on that as well. Between being in the Marine Corps, leaving the Marine Corps, and everything. We are working on trying to buy our first house. So I think what's going to happen is I'm going to go to work full time for a year and pay off some college debt. He's going to work on finishing his degree and working part time so that we can establish a house of our own and just really be able to be in one place at the same time. Or, I know this may not sound ideal, but he would live in the house while I'd be back here maintaining my job until I could get a transfer out with a company, as my major is in hospitality. So I really want to work with a hotel chain that's national so I can transfer and still have a job and just be back with my family back in Kansas City. I actually I was born in Missouri, but grew up in Kansas. And I've got two sweet, sweet nephews. My older sister and my brother-in-law live there, and I don't get to see my family that often back there. And I really, really want to make time to see my nephews and just be with family. I mean, my nephew is going to be 4 next year. I'll have a nephew that's going to turn 1 next year as well. And I've only seen my oldest nephew twice in person. That's it. I met him when he was almost a year old, and then I saw him last year. I've seen him on FaceTime, and we get phone calls and little videos. But my youngest, I have yet to hold and yet to snuggle with and meet. And he's almost 6 months old. And it hurts. I really love my nephews. I mean, I guess it's because I was always a pain to my sister and my younger brother, being the middle child, but it is what it is. I mean, they deal with a sibling that's on the spectrum, and I think I've also taught them a lot. And it's tough. But anyway, I'm going to get started on my day. I'm going to finish my coffee, hook my pump back up, and I probably have to go run a few errands today. I'm trying to think what else I need to do. I've got job coaching tomorrow. I've got my outfit picked out. I have a beautiful, beautiful Michael Kors dress that I'm going to wear. I have to dress up for this one. I've got a pair of kitten heels in the shoebox. And I'm going to throw on a set of press-on nails because my nails are just really out of shape and I don't have time to go get a manicure. So I love the Kiss Nails French manicures that you just glue on your nails. They're really quick, like $5-6 for a box, depending on where you buy them. And it looks like they're professionally done. So yeah, I'm going to take care of that today as well. And I don't think I'm going to go see the fireworks. It's just muggy out, and personally, with the fireworks sounds, it's a little overwhelming for me. So I think I'm just going to stay at home and watch them on TV. That and the traffic in Annapolis is going to be insane. Even though I've got a scooter, it's going to be hard for really anybody to get anywhere over there. So yeah, I think that's what the plan is going to be for today, is just to hang around and clean. I got to take some vitamins and just work on